In this video, we will discuss about bipolar junction transistor configuration. Transistor configuration means the way of using transistor in the circuit. There are three types of transistor configuration: common base configuration, common emitter configuration, and common collector configuration. This figure shows the structure of common base configuration. In this case, input signal is applied between emitter and base, and output is taken between collector and base. In this way, we can say the base of transistor is common between input circuit and output circuit. In the input circuit, we have used an external voltage source VEE, and in output circuit an external voltage source VCC. The purpose of using these external voltage source is to provide the required biasing to the transistor. For example, if we want to use transistor as an amplifier, then it should work in active region, and for active region, emitter base junction should be forward bias and collector base junction should be reverse bias. In common base configuration, input current is emitter current IE and output current is collector current IC. If we apply input signal between emitter and base, then according to the input signal, the emitter current will change, and when emitter current will change, there will be corresponding change in collector current. So one important parameter in case of common base configuration is current amplification factor alpha. This is the ratio of change in the collector current to the change in the emitter current at constant collector to base voltage VCB. Since IE emitter current is equal to the IB plus IC, IE includes base current plus collector current. So IC, delta IC will be always less than delta IE. Since delta IB means base current is very less comparison to emitter current, so the value of alpha will be always less than 1, and practical value of alpha is between 0.9 to 0.99, because IC will be always less than IE. If we open input circuit, then IE will be 0. In this case, a small current flows in the output circuit, and this current is due to the reverse saturation current flowing through the reverse biased collector base junction. Reverse saturation current flows due to the thermal breakdown of covalent bonds. Hence, collector current IC has two components: alpha IE plus I leakage. Alpha IE is the current due to the emitter current, and I leakage is the current flowing through the reverse biased collector base junction due to the thermal breakdown of the covalent bonds. This leakage current is higher in germanium transistor in comparison to the silicon transistor. I leakage can be written as ICBO. ICBO represents collector to base current when emitter is open. We already know the emitter current IE equals base current IB plus collector current IC. So at the place of IE, write IB plus IC. After simplification, we can write collector current IC equals alpha upon 1 minus alpha into IB plus ICBO upon 1 minus alpha. This is the expression for collector current in common base configuration. This figure shows the input characteristics of common base configuration. Input characteristics of common base configuration is the curve between emitter current IE and emitter to base voltage VEB at constant collector to base voltage. As we are seeing in this curve, when emitter to base voltage is below the knee voltage, in this case emitter current is very small or even zero. When we increase the emitter to base voltage beyond knee voltage, the emitter current increases rapidly. Input resistance of common base configuration is the ratio of change in the emitter to base voltage to the change in emitter current at constant collector to base voltage. From these characteristics, it is clear that above the knee voltage, when we increase emitter to base voltage, then with a small change in emitter to base voltage, there is a large change in the emitter current. It means the input resistance of common base configuration is very high. This figure shows the output characteristics of common base configuration. Output characteristics is the curve between collector current IC and collector to base voltage VCB at constant emitter current. This figure shows the output characteristics of common base configuration. The output characteristics is divided into three regions: active region, cutoff region, saturation region. In active region, emitter base junction is forward biased condition and collector base junction in reverse biased condition. It is clear from the characteristics in the active region, if we increase collector to base voltage in large amount, there is very small change in the collector current. For large amount change in the collector to base voltage, a very small change in the collector current. It means output resistance of common base configuration is very high. Output resistance is the ratio of change in the collector to base voltage to the change in the collector current at constant emitter current. In the saturation region, where emitter base junction and collector base junction both are in forward biased condition, in this region if we change collector to base voltage in a small amount, there is a large change in the collector current. So in saturation region, the output resistance is very small, and the curve below the emitter current equals 0 is known as cutoff region. In cutoff region, both the junctions, emitter base junction and collector base junction, are in reverse biased condition. as we are seeing from the characteristics, when IE equals 0, the collector current is not 0. In case of IE 0, there is a small collector current flows through the circuit. This is due to the leakage current. The second type of bipolar junction transistor configuration is common emitter configuration. This figure shows the structure of common emitter configuration. In common emitter configuration, input signal is applied between base and emitter, and output is taken between collector and emitter. So emitter is common in both input circuit and output circuit, and two external voltage source VVV and VCC are used to provide the required biasing for the proper operation of the transistor. To provide the required biasing to fix the operating point at the desired position of the DC load line. Most important parameter of common emitter configuration is the base current amplification factor beta. It is the ratio of change in the collector current IC to change in the base current IB. Since base current is very small, so the value of beta is greater than 1 and it ranges from 20 to 500. Now we will find the relationship between alpha and beta. Beta is the ratio of delta IC upon delta IB, and alpha is the ratio of delta IC upon delta IE. We already know emitter current IE is the sum of base current and collector current. IE equals IB plus IC. Hence delta IE equals delta IB plus delta IC. So delta IB can be written as delta IE minus delta IC. In expression of beta, at the place of delta IB, put delta IE minus delta IC. So beta equals delta IC upon delta IE minus delta IC. Divide numerator and denominator by delta IE. So we will get delta IC upon delta IE upon delta IE upon delta IE minus delta IC upon delta IE. And alpha equals delta IC upon delta IE. So at the place of delta IC upon delta IE, we can write alpha. So it will be alpha upon 1 minus alpha. In this way we can write beta equals alpha upon 1 minus alpha. It can be further simplified as alpha equals beta upon 1 plus beta. So this is the relationship between alpha and beta. This figure shows the input characteristics of common emitter configuration. In common emitter configuration, input characteristics is the curve between base current IB and base emitter voltage VE at constant collector emitter voltage. The characteristics is almost same as the input characteristics of common base configuration, but in this case base current increase less rapidly when base emitter voltage increase 0.5 volt. When base emitter voltage is above the cut-in voltage, in that case the base current increases rapidly, but it increases less rapidly than emitter current in the case of common base configuration. This shows input resistance of the common emitter configuration is less than input resistance of the common base configuration. This figure shows the output characteristics of common emitter configuration. Output characteristics is the curve between collector current and collector to emitter voltage at constant IB. As shown in the figure, the output characteristics is divided into three regions: active region, cutoff region, saturation region. In cutoff region, if we increase collector to emitter voltage, the collector current increase rapidly, but in case of common emitter configuration, the curve is less horizontal in comparison to the common base configuration. It means if we increase the collector to emitter voltage, the collector current will change, but it will change in large amount in comparison to the change in the common base configuration. So output resistance in case of common emitter amplifier is lower than output resistance of the common base amplifier. In active region, the collector current is given by beta IB. So small change in base current will create large change in the collector current, because the value of beta is between 20 to 500. So collector current is highly dependent on base current, and in saturation region, small change in collector to emitter voltage creates large change in the collector current. So in saturation region, the output resistance is very less. The third type of BJT configuration is common collector configuration. This figure shows the arrangement of common collector configuration. In this case, input is applied between base and collector, and output is taken between emitter and collector. So collector is the common between input circuit and output circuit. In common collector configuration, the important parameter is current amplification factor gamma, which is the ratio of change in the emitter current to the change in the base current, delta IE upon delta IB. Now we will find the relationship between alpha and gamma. Alpha is the current amplification factor in case of common base configuration, and it is equal to the delta IC upon delta IE. Gamma equals delta IE upon delta IB. Since IE equals IB plus IC, emitter current equals base current plus collector current. So delta IE equals delta IB plus delta IC. In this way, we can write delta IB equals delta IE minus delta IC. So in the expression of gamma, at the place of delta IB, we will write delta IE minus delta IC. So gamma equals delta IE upon delta IE minus delta IC. Divide numerator and denominator by delta IE. So gamma will be equal to delta IE upon delta IE upon delta IE upon delta IE minus delta IC upon delta IE. On simplification, we will get 1 upon 1 minus alpha, because alpha is the ratio of delta IC upon delta IE. At the place of delta IC upon delta IE, write 1 upon 1 minus alpha. In this way, we can write gamma equals 1 upon 1 minus alpha. It can be also written as gamma equals beta plus 1.